Hey guys, I hope you're well. I'm supposed to be outside mowing the grass, so instead, I'm playing with antenna stuff. Man, I was just screwing around, and I want to show you something. I realized that this little homebrew antenna switch is one of the handiest accessories I've ever had, homebrew or not. Oops, sorry about my finger there. I'm going to disconnect that and let you look at it real quick. Then I'll reconnect it and show you a few things, a few electrical characteristics about it. Okay? Hang on. Question. Hey, Flozo, should I open my laptop lid? Answer. You might as well. The bands are horrible. Hang on. Okay, guys. Oh man, I just put my reading glasses on. Oh my God, the difference is astounding. I can see the phone screen. That's all it is. Sharpie penned labeling. I have a well-stocked Junkbox. I still do have a bunch of those BNC connectors, right? I had a bunch of miniature switches and sub-miniature switches and the like, right? I have a handful of various little boxes, project boxes. And so I knocked this together. I figured for receiving only, And then I got using it for everything. Transmitting, receiving. Now, I only have a 100-watt transmitter, right? Just to, I've never used a linear, never owned one. I wish I did. I'm a QRPer, but I wouldn't mind blowing some smoke occasionally. Do hams use that phrase? I don't know. Anyway, I heard one the other day. It made me chuckle. And this thing worked so fantastically well that I thought I'd show you guys. No, I know what I was saying. So my transmitter is only a 100-watt transmitter. If your antennas are 50 ohm antennas, those miniature switches, the contact isolation, they won't arc over. Not if you have a 50 ohm antenna across the switch. I don't mean across the switch, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So, and today, I was playing around. I wondered just how much port-to-port isolation is there with no antenna selected. What kind of port-to-port isolation when the switches are in an off position? Now, I was pretty careful when I wired the switches. I made great effort to keep the inputs as separated as possible and the inputs separated as far from the output as possible. Nice, careful lead dress and such. And so today I wanted just how good is the received port-to-port isolation. And I couldn't believe what I found. Oh, I couldn't believe what I found. On the higher frequency bands, the higher in frequency you go, the more internal electronic noise you'll hear. I wondered, with no antenna selected, how much will the noise level increase if I connect and then disconnect the cable to the rig? And then I did the same on the AM broadcast band with my 80 meter end fed connected. I was shocked. Here, I'm going to reconnect things and we'll take a look. I pause you. And come on, follow. And so this is how it's connected. That's to the rig. These are the three inputs. On the left is my vertical. In the middle is a 50 ohm dummy load. On the right is my 80 meter end fed. I better set you down. Let's take a look, a listen. Okay, Sorry about the screen refresh, the screen, whatever you want to call it, sync problems with my rig. If I turn the LCD brightness all the way up first, it gets better, but I forget. Okay, we're on the 6-meter band. Now, there's no antenna connected. You'll see right here, I've disconnected the cable to the rig. Let's see how much noise there is. Now I'm going to have to crank the rig's volume up for you to hear it. That's half volume. That's 3/4. That was 3/4 volume. I'm going to turn it back to 3/4 volume. Listen to the noise level. Then I'll reconnect the rig to that switch box. Note, there are no antennas connected. I want to see how much noise is coupled through that box with the switches in the off position. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to 3/4 volume or thereabouts and then reconnect it. And I'll say now, well, I'll wave my hand. Nah, you'll hear it. Here we go. I was hoping you could see. I'm going to reconnect it now. Okay, I'm going to connect it. I'm going to push that connector in and out, in and out, in and out. Listen. I'll bet you couldn't even hear a difference in hiss level. I barely could. I checked it on the 40-meter band. I mean, I checked it on 20 meters, checked it on 80 meters. Same thing. No difference in perceived audio. And then I went to the AM broadcast band and could not believe what I saw. Bumped the knob. Okay. I'm going to reconnect the antenna. I'm going to select the 80-meter end fed. Let's take a look at the signal levels. I'm going to pause you. Oh, I can't zoom you in because I've got the anti-shake mode turned on. But look at the waterfall. Look at the signal level. That's 1470 AM. It's a station in Flint. 40 dB over. I've got amp 2 selected for a reason. You want to see how strong he is with no RF amp? 25 dB over. But I want both amps on to almost overload the front end for a reason. Now I've got the 80-meter antenna selected. When I deselect that antenna, none will be connected to the rig. The rig is connected to that switch box, but all of the inputs will be switched off. Look at the waterfall display. Look at the S meter. Here, I'll turn the audio up just before I do that so you can hear if any signal leaks through.
I think that's the grand jury that we're talking about.
It's overloading. Boom. Listen, look at the waterfall. That is some port-to-port isolation. You know, you can do some quick math in your head. 1 S unit, 6 dB, times 9 S units, you know, that's 54 dB. Add another 40 dB on because that's what he was. That's 94 dB. That's fantastic port-to-port isolation, man. You know? I just wanted to show you guys that. Hang on. I pause you. Don't mind the aquarium, buckets of aquarium water, RO water. Litzy wants to say, I love you. Litzy, you want to say I love you to the boys? Say bye. Say thanks for stopping by. Come back soon. Should Blitten be signing a release form when he appears on camera without his consent? If you've got 3 junk switches and 4 junk BNC connectors, build one. It's the handiest dang thing I've ever had. So there. I hope you're well. I hope you'll also consider building an expanded scale voltmeter. That's also handy. I love having that on top of the rig's carpeting. Right? Because I only run the rig off a deep cycle battery. I don't transmit much. And so, and I have it on a small charger that I built. It's a linear charger, so there's no RF hash. And it works great, works a treat. The question isn't, why do I have carpeting? It's a towel, but it was called carpeting. God, it does look like carpeting. Jesus, it does. The question is not, why do I have carpeting on my rig? It's, why do I have all this other garbage on my rig? I hope you're well. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.